Local music is dying, with several surveys saying that 90% of local venues either won't last till the end of 2025 or are going to be struggling to keep their doors open until the end of 2025. Being a musician myself, this is very, very heartbreaking. So today, that's why I'm at WhySound to get down to the bottom of it. What does WhySound mean to you?
It means a lot for me. I've been coming here for many years, and I feel like I've watched, a new generation come in and a new type of music become more popular, and I'm glad I've gotten to grow with it.
I sat down with these bands and people to ask what local music venues truly mean to them and how local music goers like myself can stop local music from dying. 9/11 may have been an inside job, but this is our insider interview. What is your guys' band name?
Hurtado.
The Moon Spinners.
Nice. What does WhySound mean to you?
Oh man, WhySound. I've grew up in Smithfield, so I've been going to WhySound for a long, long time. So WhySound's always that's where local music is happening.
To be honest, this is my first time here, but it seems like a very cozy little venue, and it's very cute, and it's been a great experience so far.
It's been just a great space to be and to enjoy music, especially up here in Logan where there's not a whole lot to do if you're not gonna go to church or something like that. So it really helps just to have that kind of more alternative to the mainstream culture up here.
WhySound's a cool spot that, local musicians get to come and, share their art, basically. I remember when I first moved here, my cousin said, yo, come check this show out at WhySound. And I was like, okay. And this is before we we got together and we were playing music. And I was like, yeah, I would like to play here one day. And it's cool to, be here playing our own stuff now, so.
Yeah, I kind of ditto Parker. I moved here and was unfamiliar with local music in Logan, and I grew up in a town where a local music scene didn't really exist. And so coming here and having a dedicated space for independent bands to play was huge for me because it's something that I've always wanted to do.
To me, WhySound is just the place for it all. I feel like it's a sturdy foundation, an infrastructure that allows us to do lots of things and gives us the space for our art.
So clearly, WhySound and other local music venues mean a lot to the community, but why are they struggling to pay rent and stay open? Do people even know that local music is dying?
I think it was dying and it's making a comeback.
Yeah,
I think actively right now, live music is becoming more and more important, and people have realized how valuable it is. They've realized how awesome it is, and so it was dying for a long time. And I think there's a lot of people that are trying to make it have a comeback, and it's working.
I don't think so. I think that what could be dying out more is the ability to facilitate the scene and house this art. But I think the music of the music scene just lives on.
I don't know. It's hard to not be doom and gloom in today's economy. On tour, we played a couple shows that were no one turned away for lack of funds, which is something that honestly I'd never heard of until we toured, and I thought that was cool. It wasn't really about anybody making money and just about the show and just about the event that it was. Shout out Sub Rosa Space in Santa Cruz. That's who it is.
I would say so, a little bit maybe. I'm not super well educated, and I haven't really been in the Logan music scene for very long, so I'm not sure exactly how to answer that, but I would probably say yes.
I think in Utah, there's a really big scene for it, all the way from Logan all the way down to Provo. I feel like people are really into small venues. So in the state of Utah, I don't know if I would say it's dying, but I can't necessarily speak to other states.
I hope not, because it's been a really special thing for me. I've found a lot of community and friends and inspiration. So yeah, I hope not. I don't see it around here because Logan is booming.
Yeah, no, I agree with everything they said. I think COVID nerfed it, but we're coming back on top. The world is healing.
Even though the community thinks local music is really cool and should stay open, there's a couple people who don't. I'm of course talking about government and corporations. With loud music late at night and local companies making money off of people instead of corporations, it is no wonder why the government and corporations hate local music. Do you think the city or the government is like against WhySound or against like music scenes in general?
Yeah, well, I think the government is not the best anyway. I think the government cares about art less and less. I don't think that it's, a safe place to begin with for places like these. I don't know, it's kind of like a counterculture-esque kind of place. I don't think the government's for that, so.
Fuck yes.
Fuck Mike Lee.
Fuck Mike Lee. Fuck Aaron Mendenhall, bruh. Fuck, who else? Fuck them all. Fuck them all.
What about corporations? Obviously, we talked about money, right? There's not enough money going to like local bands and everything. Do you think that these big corporations like Spotify or like even Ticketmaster with these big like venues, do you think that they're stealing from like local scenes and everything?
I mean, yeah, because I mean, you can see a lot of we've seen it before. A lot of local music scenes do get taken over by like a lot of those bigger corporations, and they kind of push out local artists and start prioritizing like touring acts, bigger artists, whatever, XYZ. And it's really hard to get like let's just say for like in a week of booking, if you are lucky, you might get a Tuesday night in opposed to like, Fridays or Saturdays or whatever. Because they're like, well, we can get as many people packed into this one room for this massive band and make as much money as we possibly can. But then, yeah, as a local act, you get put on a Tuesday night and like 20 people show up and they're like, oh, great show, guys. And it's like,
great show. Here's $25. Yeah.
Wholeheartedly.
It's yes for Johnson.
That's the answer I want.
No, it's the worst. So then, like, I don't even know where to start my vent about that. I'm like, I gotta get this on my chest. Like, they definitely screw you over. And because my thing is like, as a listener too, like I have bands I support and I love them. And when I go and like listen to their songs, it kind of sucks to be like, oh, I have this band that I think is awesome, but they're not high enough in Spotify's algorithm that like my listen even does anything. It's like I go listen to like a band I really like is Trash Panda. I'll go listen to Trash Panda for an hour, and then Taylor Swift gets my money. I'm like, what the hell? Explain that one to me.
It's hard because I want to say things like Spotify and Ticketmaster are like the root of all evil, which they absolutely are. As opposed to any other like creative entertainment field, I think the odds are really, really stacked against like musicians. There's no union. There's no, and historically, I mean, the music industry has like a really horrible reputation of taking advantage of artists, taking advantage of women, taking advantage of, every little thing they can through contracts, whatever.
With all that said, this begs the question: how can we stop local music from dying? Honestly, I got no idea. But I asked people in the local scene, and they know how you can stop local music from dying.
I think prevent it from dying. I think kind of just what we said, just be kind and make friends and keep it going. Because as long as there's people in it that care about it, like they can never take it from us.
There you go. Yeah, I think a lot of times it's really important to give like a personalized invite, like bring your friends, post it on your story. I think, don't just come alone. Bring a friend group, and then if everyone brings a friend group, the place is packed. So,
have friends, bring friends.
I think just participating, and I've always thought of like local music. It has to have like you got to have the same mentality about it as you do like a farmer's market. Like you're gonna go there and you might pay like a little bit more than you want to get in, but then it's like your friends, and you can watch. One thing that I think is actually really cool is like you can see, like even our band, you can see like the band's dynamic like progress and change over time, and so it's really cool to like we have all these friends in like the Logan music scene that are doing really cool things, and it's sweet to be able to watch them like from where they started to like where they've gotten to, and then just like you get to kind of be there and support your friends as they progress. So I think just being supportive and being a homie is a big part of it. Like I feel like we're pretty good friends with a lot of people, and it's just cool to support them on that journey.
I don't think I can top that answer. That's hard.
Ditto.
Just be here or be square. I feel that. Yeah.
I think the biggest thing for me is, and this is like what I've been trying to get better at, is just like going to shows, man. Like if you're not like, you know, supporting your venues, then they're not going to be able to make money and stay afloat. Like they have rents to pay. Like that's what your ticket price is going towards. Like if you're not going to shows, they're not able to keep providing the like beautiful experiences that we come here for.
Definitely making more art and definitely making more venues. Just keep on just keep on pushing it out there, you know, unleash, even if it's just one individual putting on a little show. I think anywhere can blossom at least a little bit.
Pop music out like you're popping babies.
Exactly. Just let it go. Let it get out of your brain.
Do it. Birth something creative. I love it. I love it. Remember, these are some of the only third places that our community has. If we lose our local music venues, we're not only losing local music, we're losing a piece of our community. What would you do if this place was to close?
It would be a bummer. I think it would put a lot of, especially Logan being a small town, there's not a ton to do up here. I think it would put a lot of people who are interested in music and, you know, going to shows, I think it would bum a lot of people out. So
what would you feel if this place was to close, like via the government or via just an accident? Like, how would you feel?
I'd feel pretty devastated, but then I think what would come next is a reassurance that art doesn't really go anywhere. I think it's always being, you know, created by individuals, and so it's just about finding a new place to let that art thrive and flourish. So
even if local music scenes die, the local music ain't going anywhere.
True. It's true.
I like that. I like that. I like that. So what does this all mean? Well, first off, local music around the country and around the world is sadly dying. We're losing the only place for local musicians, and we're also losing some of the only third places in our entire community. But it's not all sad, because you can change it. By gathering friends and taking them to a local venue, by enjoying the music, by making music, and just by being a part of the community, you can prevent local music venues from dying. If you see local governments trying to cut funding or trying to close local venues, you can write to them in opposition. We are not powerless. We can stop local music venues from closing and local music from dying by just showing how much it means to us, to a community. Thank you to WhySound for letting us film, thank you to the bands for letting me use your music, and thank you to everyone in this video. You should be right here in the credits. Thank you to everyone that's in the video, and a special thank you to you for watching. Make sure to subscribe and like if you want more, and any of the music that you heard in this video is actually from the bands. So check them out. They're actually really cool people. With that being said, I'm just gonna let this play.